This is a vial of insulin. In the United States, it'll cost $350, $400. Here in Canada, $35 or $40, 1/10 the price, made by exactly the same manufacturer.
Insulin is like oxygen for a person with diabetes. And so it's a life or death matter, and people are dying. The insulin crisis in America. It really started a couple years ago. The price of insulin, it has increased in price 1,200%. Senator Sanders, when he reached out to me about doing this trip to Canada, I 100% trusted, because that's what his track record shows. 1 in 4 Americans admit to rationing their insulin. It's a terrible feeling. You feel like you have the flu. You're playing Russian roulette with your life because every diabetic's different. I don't understand how anybody can get away with price gouging 7.5 million Americans.
The 3 major manufacturers of insulin, and they control 90% of the market. And just coincidentally, it seems that they raised their prices at about the same rate at the same time. It is collusion, it is corruption, and it is greed.
People in Canada can live, people in America, and some have to die because they can't afford it.
I get it, I understand that you want to make money, those of you, that are making it in the millions and billions, but why are you doing it at the cost of someone else's life? Or if they can't afford your medication, they basically can't afford to live. So many times in my life I've thought how something could have gone wrong if it wasn't for how much work and effort my parents put in. That would I still be alive today? And I don't know.
I just couldn't believe it, that there was an opportunity for me to potentially get a year's worth of insulin at a cost that would allow me to have an opportunity to save for my future. And how are we going to make sure that individuals who are rationing their insulin never have to do that again? High blood sugars, and can I call off work and maybe I can catch up later? You can't ever skip out on your insulin. You cannot ration. It does not work.
Over the last 20 years, pharmaceutical industry has spent billions of dollars on lobbying Congress to make sure that they can continue to charge the American people any price they want.
I saved $10,000. $1,000 got me 6 months of insulin for my son.
These are lives. These are not just numbers. These are individuals that have been loved. They have friends, they have parents, they have siblings, they have cousins, they have community. And to know that vials of insulin is all that they need to stay alive, we can do something about that.
We have got to make sure that every American understands what is going on within the diabetic community. We are going to take on the greed and the corruption of the pharmaceutical industry, and we are going to defeat them. We're going to lower prices in America.